What's up YouTube, Blue Collar Success here, and today's video is going to be about how to make the most out of your federal career. Now, if you don't have a federal job right now, I was in the trades as a pipe fitter. I went through the union apprenticeship, I did all that, I went to a private sector in-house pipe fitter, now I'm a federal pipe fitter. This video will really pertain to people who are in the trades who are federal workers, and that's pretty much, I guess it could pertain to anyone in the federal sector, but mainly for people in the trades. So if you want to get a federal job as in the trades, the VA, the Department of Defense, the park system, all these places needs trades workers, plumbers, pipe fitters, electricians, carpenters, all that stuff. No matter what trade you're in, you are valuable. You are considered very valuable. Not many people want to go into the trades anymore. So it's all to your benefit that you chose the trades. Now, you can make a decent living in the trades, and you don't need any college debt. So a good place to start, I will link some stuff in the description, is usajobs.gov. And when you get here, you can type in any job you want. Now, basically, it's nationwide, global, really. And it's pretty cool. So I'm going to just show a little bit about what to do. So I'm a pipe fitter. Okay, so you type in pipe fitter, comes up all this stuff. Now the pay isn't really compared to market scale. Like when I was in the outside world, I was making about 50 some bucks an hour. But then again, I didn't have any vacation, no sick time. Yeah, I had a pension with the union, and I could contribute to my 401k, but they didn't match. And then with the private sector, I had it good, but no pension. The benefits were great, but I got sick of working so many hours, third shift. I was not a fan of third shift, but I was making 40 bucks an hour there. Now, if you look at the pipe fitter jobs, depending on the locality, I make, where I'm at, about close to 40 bucks an hour as a pipe fitter, and there's different wage grades, okay? So for the pipe fitters, it's wage grade 10, and there's steps. So I'm a wage grade 10, step 5. I'm pushing to get wage grade 11 because the stuff we do with high pressure steam, all the plumbing, everything like that, it's complex. So you can see the wages here look kind of low, but even for California, that's pretty low, but it goes up to $33.97. But you got to think about it like this. This is a way to get your foot in the door into the federal system. Once you pass your probation, which is a year, you can pretty much move anywhere you want. And let alone not only that, but you can take supervisor positions, work leader positions, which is like a foreman, and you can get paid really good money. Here's one, 36 to 42, but then again, that's in California, so the cost of living is higher. But let's see, supervisor goes up to 50 bucks an hour. So I mean, it's not terrible money, but it's not anything to brag about, really. I mean, 50 bucks an hour is about average for what pipe fitters make in the outside world in my area, Chicago area. So, but my suggestion is, if you do get a federal job, okay, so I'm kind of pivoting on this channel a little bit. I mean, I like to talk about welding and all that stuff, but I'm trying to educate others to make sure, especially people coming out of high school, to let them know that there is other options other than college. And you don't have to go into massive debt. A lot of this stuff, my apprenticeship is paid for. And if you're in the military, even better. You even have a better chance of getting a federal job. So to make it work for you the most, the federal pension system is outstanding. And my father has a state pension. The federal pension is much more secure, and it's really, really a good pension. So I'm 27 years old right now. I've been where I'm at for almost through 2 years, so a little over 2 years. I got in the trades right after high school. Didn't do nothing else. So basically, the federal pension system works like this. You have your high salary. So to take your 3 top years higher salary. So my goal is to become a supervisor project manager, which is on a whole different scale, which I'll explain in a different video. It's a GS scale. and that ends up being better for your career progression. But so 100,000, let's just say about that, and then you times that by how many years you're going to work. So I'm 27 right now. God willing, I plan to work till I'm 67, but you never know. You plan for what you can, and after that, you don't know what's going to happen. But I'd like to retire at 57. That'd put me at 30 years in, which would be pretty good, or 40 years, and then I doubt Social Security is going to be a thing when I retire. If it is, maybe it's just pocket change, $500 a month. But let's just do the math on this. This will show you how much a pension can be. So 100,000 times 40, and then if you do over 20 years and over, you times it by 1.1. Otherwise, you times it by 1. So it's $44,000 a year. That's gross. But also another thing with the federal system, and people can correct me if I'm wrong, this is my understanding, is you not only collect your pension, but you get Social Security as well. So it's not one or the other. So $44,000 gross every year for the rest of my life. That is $3,666 a month on top of whatever, if Social Security even exists, on top of my 401k, on top of my real estate investments, whatever else you have. Now, it may go up with inflation, 40 years, who knows where the world's going to be at. But it doesn't hurt to plan, because if you don't plan for your future, and I never thought about it when I was first in the trades. I didn't even contribute really to my 401k when I was, in my early 20s. I didn't think about even close to, even a thought in my mind about retirement. But the more I work, the more bull crap I deal with, the more I realize that, I want to retire early. I don't want to be in the system forever, the rat race. So my goal is to either do 30 or 40 years. Now you can see there's a huge difference in the 30 or 40 years. So 30, 1.1. So that's about $1,000 difference. But then again, you're working another 10 years. So you can do a lot of other things. And my goal is to start a business full time when I'm 57. And maybe I'll work till I'm 63 and then I can pull up my 401k. But the thing is that when you're in the trades, in the construction trades, you got to be smart with your money. I've seen so many guys, and I'm guilty of this too. In the summertime, we work mad overtime with shutdowns and everything like that, school jobs, make a lot of money. But then you get laid off in the winter sometimes, and you're sitting on all these bills. I went out and bought a stupid truck one time, and it was a beautiful truck. But you know what? It wasn't worth it, because then I was struggling to pay the rest of my bills because their overtime dried up with the economy. And it's all based on the economy, especially in the construction side. Now, with a federal job, it's pretty much, nothing's guaranteed, but it's pretty darn good job security. And right now, so on average, it all depends, but until you have about 15 years, and you get 4 hours of sick time and 4 hours of vacation time per pay period. So that's 16 hours total per month. But when you hit the 15 years, then you get 8 and 8. So that's 8 and 8 per pay period. So 8, that's 32 hours per month. So that is 4 days off per month, 2 for sick, 2 for annual. But depending on your supervisor, you can use them for either. But so 4 times 12, no, it's 48 days off a year, supposedly. And that's pretty good, and that's paid. So I had a buddy of mine that took a month off just to do some vacationing across the whole world. And he got paid for it while he was off. So that's a huge benefit. Paid time off and sick time. And they also have FMLA. They have, if you have a baby, paternity and maternity leave, whether you're a nurse. My fiance is a nurse. She does not work at the VA or none of that. But she is a nurse and gets good benefits too. But I feel like the VA nurses get even better benefits. When you work for, there's plenty of nurses jobs out there too, not just at the VA, but all over. And It's insane. I believe it's 12 or 16 weeks maternity leave. I mean, that's 3 or 4 months you're getting off paid, and you accrue sick and leave while you're on that paid. So it's like you never missed work. It's pretty good benefits. So the older I get, I guess what I'm trying to say is you can do whatever you want, however you want to live life. It's up to you. But the federal system, yeah, your pay is lower, but if you have a significant other, and you can make it work, and with overtime and everything, it ends up being pretty decent money. And the trades are just so underrated, and nobody wants to go into them anymore. So, getting your foot into the door can be very challenging in the federal system. But once your foot is in the door, you have so much potential to move up, to do so many things, supervisor, a project manager, division FM lead. You can go anywhere. You can travel the world. You can go to Hawaii. Pipe fitters and plumbers are such a valuable skill that you can really do anything you want. And that's why I suggest working for the federal government, is just because of the benefits mainly. And yeah, the pay is okay, the hourly rate, but there's more to life than money the older I get. And I mean, the vacation and the time off you spend with your kids and your family, and you have paid holidays, all those federal holidays, it all ends up evening out, and it really is worth it. And it's a very stable career. So I will continue doing videos on this. Let me know what you guys think of this. It's just an idea. But yeah, this is why I chose to work for the federal government, not only because of the security, because of the health benefits, dental. I mean, they're fantastic. I barely have to pay anything out of pocket. So with that being said, thank you for watching.